Great. Guten Morgen, Hafen Pekin. It's time for Ace Attorney. Phoenix Wright. Trilogy. I always say it the wrong way, but Ace is the bigger word than Phoenix. And hello, Lewis! Objection, the Meepleton is way too adorable and fun to have any less than 1K followers. Just, what are you talking about? Stop it. Stop it. But hi. As I'm sure you're well aware, the elections happened. We're not gonna talk about it. The issues that may come up with because of what has happened, I'm not worried about because I already took care of that. I don't have to worry about abortion stuff. I snipped that out of me. I have nothing to worry about, but the rest of the stuff, I have to worry about. But for now, we shall read. And be like, objection. Yes, the butler, not butler, because the dude said, please go feed my cat, and I'm like, if you have a butler, why would he not feed it? Thank you, it is cold as a mofo in Texas. I believe it is 59 degrees right now, so I'm a little chilly. Alright, am I tall? I'm not tall today. Let me just... Now I'm tall. Don't ask about my booster seat. You must know all sorts of things about Mr. On Guard, right? Right, I was like, it has just been called, but there's always chance for, like, recounting. And let's not forget, somebody still has to go to court later this month for a sentencing hearing. Who knows what's gonna happen? Anyway, you must know all sorts of things about Mr. On Guard, right? Honestly, sir, I don't believe my master is capable of such a foul deed as murder. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the master or his affairs. How typically butler-like, as it were. Mr. Doe, how long have you served at this residence? Well, sir, I would have to say maybe about 1 year. Anything else? No, not especially. It's not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of himself and his affairs. You know, I would have thought Mr. On Guard the kind to have a maid over a butler. That's a very cute cat you've got here. It is my duty to take care of him. The master rather fancies Shoo. And, anything else? No, not especially. It's not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the family cat. Well then, I guess I don't need this piece of scrap paper anymore. Matt's note crumpled into a ball and thrown away. Well, I'm afraid I must take my leave of you now. Oh, we should probably get going ourselves. Ah, so young and yet already so accomplished, a master of law. But there's also a lot to be proud of in being a butler, in charge of the house and all. Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be. Now, if you'll excuse me. You. Is that a fireplace? Oh, there's a giant cooking hearth over here. That's actually a fireplace. How are they different, Mr. Nick? You know, I've never actually seen a hearth before, come to think of it. You should come and visit Fay Manor, then I'll show you one when you do. Yeah, what the fudge is this? A giant bicycle is flying through the air. That bicycle pearls is one where you don't have to pedal and it moves on its own. You want me to test if it's... Try the peanut butter again? Oh, it's this one. I thought it was the peanut butter Cliff Bar. Yeah, it's good. It's not poison. Yeah. No, I got my own. Yeah. Or my own. I got my own. Oh, cool. Right.
That's a weird balloon.
It's not a balloon. Sure, he takes good care of Shoo and does nothing else shady or suspicious. No. Ah, there are masks here. Yeah, that one in the middle is the Steel Samurai. And the one next to that are the Pink Princess and the Evil Magistrate. They fought many battles against the backdrop of Neo-Old Tokyo. You really know a lot about the Steel Samurai, Mr. Nick. I don't know whether to laugh or cry that I know more about that show than a kid. You know it from... whatchamacallit? Maya. Okay, I guess we'll go to the hall. Ooh. Looks like we're the only ones here. Police team is scouring for clues about the killer. Hi, city boy. Lotta, you're still here. Reckon course. God, an investigative photographer eats or starves on her ability to snap up the scoop, yeah? And this hotel just has that aura of mystery. You know, like something's always about to happen. But, do you have a camera? Wreck given. A photographer's gotta have cameras out the ear like corn to be a real pro, you know? She is a lovely bean of country energy. So I'm hanging around here. Speaking of cameras and feet in the mouth, do you mind your bread? Why can't you drop that thief thing already? What? Really gonna shell out the bucks for the info I got? Lotta, you were loitering in this hallway the night of the murder, were you not? Well, kinda, but brace yourself, Phoenix. Here it comes. I didn't exactly hang around here the entire time, you know? Followed a few stars around, got a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them too. Oh, you do? No. They do be nice. They do be nice. I know one of my my underlings has like big country energy, and they're I think what 6, 8. So they're just, how can I help you? And I'm like, can you do this case? And they're like, yeah, I know how to code. And I'm like, okay. And now they've moved on to a different department. And I'm like, my underling. I'm so proud of you. I think they're with my team for like 5-ish years. Yeah, I think they're with my team for about 5 years. And then they got their master's degree and they're like, ooh, there's another job opening. And I was like, do it, apply. I guess this means there's no one who can tell us who came and went that night. My underlings, see you are Beagleton Overlord. Well, I mean, it feels weird to be like, my employees, because I'm like, they're not technically my employees. I'm just the manager. I don't, like, control their money. I don't control their hours. I'm just there to manage, you know? So I'm like, my underlings. And I can't say my spawn, because they're not from me. And it'd be like, go, mini clones. You know, I'm just like my underlings. Minions sounds weird, and it will just make me think of the yellow bean. So, underlings. Ah, that ditty I wrote? Yeah, can I believe what you've written? You mean the stuff about Engard shoving his manager lady onto Corrida? Yeah? Ah, well, I reckon you best not be believing that. What? Look, I sort of wrote that on a whim, you know? Writing whatever came to mind. Whatever came to mind? Yeah, when you get down to it, it's just a lot of random bull dooders. Hey, what's with you? Why are you staring at me like my grandpa used to? Hey, and why do you look like you suddenly got older too? Or am I just shrinking here? My baby! My $1,600 baby! What's with that red-coated prosecutor anyhow? That guy told me it was evidence and refused to give it back to me. Well, that's kind of how it is. Hey, you're that redcoat's friend, ain't ya? So put in a few good words to me and give him back my camera. You want me to do what? Listen, nag the guy real good for about 5 hours and I guarantee he'll give it back. Why don't you do your own dirty work? Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. A tabloid photographer without a camera is just a tabloid. Yeah, I guess so. Keep yourself together out there, you hear? I'm coming to see you in court tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you then. And you two there, little one. Keep up the good work, okay? Okay. Don't be picky about your food now. Okay. Make sure you do all your homework, you hear? Okay. I'm sorry, she wasn't like, what's homework? And if you happen to find yourself a cat, oh my god, would you please just leave already? She's like, if you happen to find a camera. Playing Ace Attorney Investigators, Gumshoe now has a rivalry with a 17-year-old female legendary thief for a spot of Edgeworth's assistant. Oh, amazing. I love it. Alright, well, let's take a gander at his thing.
Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Mr. Nick. What is that otherworldly, ghastly moaning? On, ooh. I hate evil ghosts. I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon? Oh no. Thief girls, a rival I didn't know I needed, but now can't live without. Which reminds me, I should have posted about there, but there is somebody on YouTube who dresses up like a gumshoe and just like tells noir stories. And I'm like, that's amazing. Who'd you call a demon, brat? Zoinks, it's the alien. Who are you calling an alien?
Oh, it's just you. Miss Olbeck, what are you doing here? What is wrong with young'uns today? I came down here to pay my respects to my poor Juan, and you're disturbing me. I'm just gonna talk to you. Please talk to me about the night of the murder just one more time. I talked about it plenty at the trial. I was fooled, tricked, deceived by that fraud of a photographer and her note. She was loitering around here with that imbecilic look on her face. With that imbecilic look on her face. Okay, got it. Now hold on a second there, you little pipsqueak. You're gonna take notes, at least make me sound better than that. Oh, alright. Now I've seen everything. But you know, I was working that night too, doing my job, minding my own business, so it's not like I had time to waste standing around here all night. I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about Mr. Corrida. He was the most popular star, you know, especially where it counts, in my book. But I heard that he was lagging behind the polls against Mr. Ungard. Well, that's just a recent thing. Bad luck and all that, you know? But he was gonna become an even bigger star than he used to be. Look, just look at this mountain of presents. It's a show of the mountain of feelings all his fans had for him. Yeah, the mountain is pretty big and certainly nothing to shake a stick at. Mr. Nick? What is it, Pearls? The presents. They're all bears, right? She's got a point. There isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear. How many locks do we have to deal with this time? What? Well, I don't know. I'm hoping none. All of Mr. Corrida's presents from his fans seem to be bears. Oh, that's because you can't think of one without thinking about bears. Bears. Why bears? You don't know? When my dear Juan was training, he fought barehanded with a bear. He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight, they became friends. Wow, what a heartwarming story. Look, it's just like in those young people's dramas. I can see those two tuckered out, down by a river going, you sure can fake. You too, bub. You too. Did all that really happen? It's in his biography, bub. What a load of crock. So ever since then, fans have been giving him bears as presents. Yeah, nice, bears, him, reliving the trauma of fighting a bear, barehanded like, oh god, I thought I was gonna die of it. And now everyone just keeps giving me bears. Oh, jeez. I'm Uncle Bear and I say it's barely 8 o'clock. What is that infernal racket? It's one of the presents going off. Sounds like it's already 8 p.m., way past your bedtime. Ugh. That startled me. I thought I was gonna die for a second. 8 p.m.? That's the time when the award ceremony ended that night, remember? Time sure flies. Hard to believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony. Oh god. The transceiver! Hello? Hello? This is not a phone. Maya, how is Maya? You haven't heard her, have you? It seems you were not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Attorney. I tried. I have heard the news, so it would seem my present did you no good. No, Mystic Maya! One more day, please. All I ask is for one more day. I'll get a not guilty verdict for sure this time, please. I suppose if I must. I need that acquittal more than anything else, after all. Please let Maya say something. I want to hear she's all right. All right. Then a little. What is with the static all of a sudden? Hello? Hello? It seems bad. Connect. Damn it. Did the transceiver just suddenly break? No, there's interference from something. Excuse me. Is that a phone? Is that a phone? What happened?
I don't know. All of a sudden it became nothing but static. Ah, Mystic Maya! Why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? I should probably have an electronics expert look at it. The sooner the better. Hold on. Hold on. Is that a phone? No? No? So that's a, yeah, it's a bed. It's so soft. No, we've been in here for a while. Well, maybe the room is bugged. It's a beautiful wine glass and there's tomato juice in it, right? We've been over the tomato juice. We've been over the case. Might as well just... So we had to go in costume, but weren't Mr. and Guard Corita friends? They weren't friends. They couldn't be because they're rivals. So a rival is someone who's strong enemy. Okay. Just lots of cosmetics, probably the fight. Glass shards. Andrews, the tomato juice. Mr. Corita, tomato juice. Alright, let's slide on over. Wow, there are a lot of bears. Alarm clock ones, collectors, stuffed teddies, plastic. It's pretty overwhelming. Is there a kind of bear he doesn't have? You in the trash can. Right? It's like, I get the feeling that maybe he didn't like bears. And it's like, yeah, apparently. What's wrong? Yeah, okay, clock has already been... Any of you other bears being suspicious? Oh, that's a big old alarm clock. Is that a rice cooker? Hell yeah. Just making sure... Oop. Nope, hold on. Sorts of things in this refrigerator. Carrot juice, tomato juice. They're all vegetable juices. I guess it must have been a real health nut. There's a beet, some ketchup, and a bottle of strawberry. Maybe red was his favorite color? Oh, I guess I can't go through the bar. Suitcase. Okay, so a lot of the same stuff we saw before. Alright. So now we have to go to an electronics expert. Who's an electronics expert? Good. Gotcha. I thought I'd make you a little something for dinner. That's nice, thanks. A rich man's luxurious full-course meal out of a can, that is. I'm sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have the time to eat. Oops, look like you don't have a can opener, pal. You gotta be kidding. Here I thought he had already whipped something up. Oh, I know. There's one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead. Well, since he's here and offering, I wonder what I should try asking him about. Do you know? A transceiver. Oh, Mr. Nick. You should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about that thing. What thing? Oh, yeah, this thing just up and broke all of a sudden? It broke, pal? When I was talking to the kidnapper, it just suddenly broke into static. Look, it sounded like this. I don't hear any static. Maybe it fixed itself? That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise. Maybe. Maybe what? Maybe it was electromagnetic interference? Oh my god. Look at us. Look at us go. Electromagnetic interference? Okay, so I've... Do I need to present it again, or are we good? Okay, it's the same thing. Okay. So now that I know about it, do I go... Why wouldn't the kidnapper just call me back right now? Am I gonna go back to his room and be like, ooh? Alright, well, I guess because that's where it happened, right? Alright. Wait, Nina, you fool. Maybe you should talk to the man. Maybe you should talk to the man. What is electromagnetic interference? It's something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed up with another signal. Oh, when you put it that way. I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen, the stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, right? Huh? Computer? It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV and the screen starts looking weird. Oh yeah, the TV does do that. Oh, so that's what you're talking about. She seems amazingly happy at being able to understand this. So the room you were in when that interference to the transceiver happened, there's got to be something there that's sending out very strong radio waves. Something like a listening device or something. Ah. Okay, speaking of that, where were you when it happened? We were in Mr. Corrida's room, the scene of the murder. What? That's it. I'm gonna sneak to the precinct and get a bug sweeper. I'll meet you at the crime scene later, alright? Wait, gupship. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah! We're just... We should be going to Mr. Nick. Alright, let's go. Okay. I'm just gonna go to the murder scene. Got it. Nope, not examine, silly you. Also, my roommate was really nice to me and played Armored Core while I was at the office today, so they were able to get me parts from doing the training and then the monies, and they're like, here, I made you some builds, and I'm just like, oh, thank you. So, hey, you're finally here. Sorry to keep you waiting. Do you have the bug sweeper? Well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak in. Then suddenly I'm staring at the precinct doors. From the outside, I mean. So yeah, I couldn't get one of the police bug sweepers. What do you mean you couldn't get one? We need that item. Hey, calm down. I didn't say I didn't get one, just not the police's. Wow, so this is a bug sweeper? It looks a little broken. Hey, this was made when I was in elementary school, pal. Oh, by who? Me, of course. Ah, seeing this sure brings back memories. Hey, don't look down on it, pal. Sure, it looks a little beat up, but I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here. Your heart and soul? It'll work. Trust me, pal. It'll do the job. But you can't see the sensitivity, so it's gonna beep at anything that gives off electromagnetic waves. But isn't it better that way? Yeah. Well, anyway, since I brought it all this way, might as well give it a whirl, right, pal? I'm getting that sinking feeling again. Okay, I'll tell you how to use this baby. There's a listening device or some other sort of bug hidden in this room, pal. So we're gonna go find it, right? Right. Now first, let's turn the sweeper on. Next, move the sweeper around to give the room a real thorough look-see. The sweeper will let you know how strong of a signal is picking up, so keep an eye on it. Once you find something that's giving off a lot of radio waves, press enter to lock on. A lot of things here is gonna give off radio waves. Let's take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay? Alright, I'm gonna go stand outside and keep an eye out. Give me a yell if you find the bug. Got it? How do I... Oh. Oh, because the light. So I imagine I need something to be like this that's not electromagnetic. That's the light. Suitcase. Phone. It's a robot. Device. Where's... Oh, it's way over here. Oh, fridge. Okay. You guys. Then computer. Phone. Electromagnetic. Rice cooker. Alarm clock. I'm surprised this alarm clock's not going off. This is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right? Apparently not. We love quirky little one-off gameplay moments like, oh, new mechanic, and you're done. It's the biggest one I have ever seen. Hey, so did you guys find it? The listening device. No, not yet, but this bear's eyes. Let's see. A perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Sounds like you found the device to me. Let's dig this big fella's eye out and see what we've got. Just... You can't! Such a violent act! Oh, just rips it out. No! It was a camera. It's a miniature camera, and it looks like there's more. There's a transmitter and a timer. Did it record? What emitter? A transmitter, pal. Oh, is this more of that high-tech stuff? Did it record the murder? So this tiny thing is a camera. Yep, it's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. It's a small, high-grade video camera mostly used in security systems. He's so smart. So it's a video camera. It runs on battery, which comes with it instead. But there's no videotape in this camera. This is only the camera part here, pal. The tape recorder with the tape inside is somewhere else. Somewhere else? The footage is changed into radio waves and then it's sent to that recorder. So somebody has a tape. It's like a TV broadcast, isn't it? Yeah, you know, you're right. From 8 p.m. for 1 hour was running at time of murder. I need this footage. I need the footage. So what is a transmitter? It's a device that sends the footage the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of a listening device, pal. It looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing. Oh, that's a timer. You can set it to turn the camera on and record at a certain time with it. You can set it for a certain time? Yep. Let's see, this looks like it was set to start at 8 p.m. and go for 1 hour. 8 p.m., that's the time the award ceremony ended. There's no date set, so it's been recording every night, I guess. Mr. Detective, how long has this bear been here? I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder. Then maybe.
Maybe this camera caught the murder on tape. What? And if you think about the angle the bear is at, it's bound to have had a clear shot of the whole crime. It's shocking. Just shocking things. So there was a camera in this bear's eye. We just keep going. And I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my mind. But who gave Mr. Corita this present? Don't know, pal. But this means that someone out there's got a video of what happened here that night. Is there any way we can find out who that person is? It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anywhere, so there's real no way to find out. Aww. Sniffle. Is there really no way to find out? I got it. What? Hey, pal. Let me borrow this mini camera for a bit. What? What are you gonna do? I'm gonna go around to the electronics shop and see if I can find out who bought this. But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 p.m. Leave it to me. Even if I have to search all night, I'll find your man, pal. Spy camera and transmitter. Give the detective gumshoe. Oh yeah, baby. It's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. He's very excited. He's gone. Yep. But Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man. He's pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake. It's a mystery how you always manage to do things in the most inefficient ways, right? Edgeworth? You'll have to excuse me, I heard your conversation just now. Edgeworth, what are you doing here? A rescue team has been created and deployed. I can't say I'm optimistic, but we have to move forward, one step at a time. I see. Thanks. It's just like... Thanks, Edgeworth, I guess. Don't thank me yet, we still have to find her. So there was a spy camera hid inside the stuffed animal, huh? You're one lucky man, right? Question mark? Sorry, there's cat buzz. Do you know this stuffed bear, little girl? I have no idea. Of course not. The maker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade, and only a small number of these are exported here. What? The camera and transmitter that Scatterbrain Detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere. However, this bear is different. By tracking how it got into this country, this bear can tell us who the buyer is. Well, can you really do that, Mr. Nick? Can he really? Well, I guess so. It's 9 p.m. I think I can still make it in time. He's helping me. I'll be taking this for now. He's taking the whole bear? I'm sure you have other things you have to do. Stuffed bear snatched up by Edgeworth. See you soon, right? I was expecting to disappear. Wait! What? Why are you doing this? I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. But besides that, Wright, until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered Juan Corita? Was it not the killer? The real killer. Do you really still think it was Adrian Andrews? to be honest.
I don't know anymore. I don't think so. I don't think it's him.
You still have a little time left. Find the truth, right? Everything begins with the truth. Alright. Juan Carita's real killer. Miss Andrews passed. The kidnapper, whose sole condition is an acquittal for Mr. Engard.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, isn't there?
And this card. Shelly the Killer. And my best friend Maya. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. But I appreciate you trying to save my friend. But as you said, all I can do now is find the truth. Hold on, I'm trying to open up my snack. Binkies, why? Don't betray me. How we doing? Still investigating? Still investigating. I'm gonna mute so you don't hear me munching. Okay, so she thinks spotted in it. I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I can bet that it's nothing good. But I didn't say anything. So you want to know? about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, they were something of a refreshing pair, those two. Oh? I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard. That manager? Who are you talking about? You don't know? That manager woman Juan had. It's a shame she killed herself, though. Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Impacts, Miss Andrews' mentor, right? Yes, that's the one. That Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know. Married? You mean to Mr. Corino? Really, you youngins today don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement. Why would Miss Impacts want to kill herself? She was gonna get married! Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan. What? Became a drama. But they were gonna get married. They promised each other, right? They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage. Is that true? It was in the weekly magazines. But why? Why did he do that? That was not in the magazines, unfortunately. I see. See, Barry Big Cursors, this is how you do a love triangle drama, right? It's like, everyone's an adult. That night after Juan called off the wedding, that manager Celeste killed herself. How terrible. I wonder what happened between those two. I'm sad. That's so sad. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. It looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. Alright, well, let's go. I guess I gotta go here to get to the detention center. It feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. You're Mr. Engard's lawyer, right? Yes, sir? Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. We've been looking a real decisive witness. A decisive witness? You mean for the Engard case? We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgeworth up to now? Who is this witness? I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer. Mr. Nick? Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here. Oh yeah. Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go. Fun fact of a small but major difference in this case in the anime, Celeste in the anime was not Adrian's mentor, but her sister. Ooh, interesting. Go on, go talk to your heart's content. Thank you very much. This is such good news, Mr. Nick. Go talk to your heart's content. Sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. Sorry, I had jerky in there from earlier. Alright, transfer. So that means both Mr. Engard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Ooh. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Let's figure out his secret, right? Because that seems to be like the thing. Dude, it's Mr. Wright! I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I feel a burp coming up. I'm counting on you. I hope so too. Give Cyclops, Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me by saying, "You're the guy." That Juan Corrida was killed by an assassin, and that assassin's client is this man, Matt Engard. What's wrong? Mr. Matt Engard, there's something I must know with 100% certainty. You seem kind of different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. Did you kill him? About the press conference? You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as the Nickel Samurai? Yeah, I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful. Oh, hold on, my boss sent me something.
I would love to help with the We Are Blood, but I don't have enough of the, I don't have enough iron. Apparently, I'll faint. Anyway, it would destroy his career. Sorry, my boss was asking something work-related, so I was like, gotta keep my phone on for that. Could you please fill me in on what the secret is, please? 3, 5, 1. Jesus. I knew this was coming. Okay. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Okay, hold on, sorry. Okay, anything else I gotta say? No, should be good. Okay. Work, are you good? Should be settled. Yeah, I was expecting the 5-block secret at some point. I was like, I'm waiting for them. You said a secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? Do you know about Mr. Kurita and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Kurita. Her mentor was Mr. Kurita's manager, and Miss Andrews was gonna get Miss Celeste Impact's suicide note from him. Celeste? Does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for pizza? My treat. What? No. What? No. Put the phone away. What's a pizza? Is it a kind of pea? Like green peas? Let's go eat one later, okay? I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off of this topic and talk about something else, okay? That's suspicious. Mr. Engard, are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way? What is he? Oh, he is. How do I... Maybe I leave and then come back to talk to the other person? Like, is that what I'm doing? Pretty much be like... Doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here. Well, he's out there with that camera asking around at all the electronic stores. Then I'll make some salad for him for dinner. Looks like Pearls really appreciates what Gumshoe's doing for us. Mr. Dick? Yes? Where is the lettuce? I don't think I've ever bought lettuce before. Sorry, my brain supplied me with a joke, which as a meme, it is funny, but the context of where that joke comes from is a little spicy. So, I'm sure everyone knows exactly what meme I'm thinking of. Guess the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. Really. Keep it together, Nina! I'm trying! Story don't want to hear. Let's talk to her. Be like, what's going on? Oh, it's you. Sorry to be visiting at such a late hour. Oh yeah. One more thing for my boss. take care of my underlings. I thought your client was Matt. I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about the secret Mr. Karita had on Mr. Guard. Right? Tell me the secret. I'd like to ask you about Matt and Guard, if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? No, I don't. Right? I'm like, work? I've technically been clocked out for 2 hours, but I'm like, you know what? The real him, I mean. You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. Engard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why did you become intimate with his rival? Don't question me. That has nothing to do with the case. Nothing. So you say. About Miss Celeste impacts. I had finally put her death behind me, and now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Yes, I was shocked by her suicide, and it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw conclusions to him. To him? Of him. To him. I wanted to get her suicide note back, and to burn it. I wanted to burn it? But why? I didn't want it to spread like just another piece of gossip. It's fair, but I'd never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid. The suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Oh. Have you forgotten about this hanging body image yet? You know, just make sure, here you go, watch it again, right? They're just like, we want you to be aware of this trauma. Why did you try to frame Mr. Engard? It's simple, because he's the killer, that's why. He's not the... Okay, we've been over this. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police? But there had to be another way. The police are excellent at doing their job, so they figured it out, right? Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death. Ooh, calling out the police. Ooh. Miss Andrews. Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason, so please, tell me why you did what you did. Revenge. Alright, so apparently she does have that. Alright, I'm gonna try again. Anyway, did you say something just now? You're gonna cyclock me, aren't you? A cyclock. Just the one! Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy. Well, hold on now. But I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say, revenge. Revenge! Sorry. What do I have? Do I have anything that could explain the revenge? Maybe the gossip? Maybe the suicide? I would think maybe the suicide, right? Just to be like, suicide. But I don't know. You know what? We're gonna take a gander. See what she says. Because I'm like, I think I could handle 1 versus 5, but then again, it could be like Miss Oldbag, who was like, had so many of them. We just knocked him out. Alright, what is your question? Why frame him? Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. Engard for the murder? I've already told you it's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, it's not. I know you have a real personal reason to dislike him. You may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. So you're saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why? What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for. There is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge.
Take that!
Why would she want revenge on Matt for the suicide? There's only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings and even revenge, and that is Miss Impact's suicide. What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. Do I need to find the marriage announcement? I think I need to find the marriage announcement. On top of that, the one who hit her suicide note was also on. What does all this have to do with Matt? You're right, you haven't mentioned him yet. But for you to hate Mr. Ungard, it would mean that he must have had some real relation to Miss Impax and her suicide. Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt? I think I need proof about their marriage announcement. Yeah, because I don't have anything, so get me out of here. Get me out of here. I don't have anything yet. Oh. Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. Uh-oh. Mr. Powers? Come here. Are you the deciding witness? Are you the decisive witness? What happened? Why are you here? You see, I got roped into this somehow. God damn it! What? And now I'm gonna testify at tomorrow's trial. So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers. I was talking with the detective until a while ago and I was on my way home. So I need either the marriage announcement or the marriage cancellation, because that'd be like a revenge thing. It's like, how could you? Because you canceled it, she committed suicide. And all of a sudden, you there, you're under arrest, and I was brought back here. Oh. They said my face and whole self in general look suspicious or something. Oh my god. Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime? No, buddy, but, you know, you're sweet. So about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about? Well, I really don't know yet. But it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me. You saw something important? What was it? Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, especially not that lawyer, he said. Who do you think is that lawyer the detective was talking about? It's me. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's me. Yeah, you got it. Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya and myself are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright. I mean, Gumshoe's kind of my ally, and so is Edgeworth. You know, I got a crew, I got a team. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? Fine. This is gonna do a lot of damage to Matt, you know, because he's got that refreshing, like a spring breeze image going. But what is he really like? Well, let's see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say, it's just a game, to justify himself. What? How horrible, that's unforgivable. Yeah. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to offend you. Well, you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me. One person who wouldn't swoon over him? His manager, you know? Miss Adrian Andrews. Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic? Oh, you see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in the world have this dazzling sort of image, right? Dazzling sort of image. But aren't you part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers? No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see? Be safe, Lewis! But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen. Well, that's true. Oh, hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide? You mean Miss Impax? We heard something about how her wedding was canceled. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead. Mr. Powers is so charged up, his skin is practically glowing with electricity. Alright. Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. Mm-hmm. And they say that Juan went and hid it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note. Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is. Something bad for Mr. Corita. Why do you figure so? Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, it looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man. Did you mean Mr. Kurita by that? Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that'd be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note. I see. Well, that's some good info. You're welcome. Thanks, buddy. Miss Andrews, they're both at the detention center right now. There's still some things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything. Oh. Oh, sorry. Mr. Nick, your phone! Hey, that's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous. Yeah, I know. Nope. No more ringtone for you. We're in trouble now, pal. I'll be back at the office really soon. What's wrong? Something really unexpected just happened. Mr. Edgeworth, Edgeworth? Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's no good. Hello? Oh, he got cut off. What's going on, Mr. Nick? Gumshoe said we need to get back to the office right away. Then we should hurry back. I'm scared to go back. What are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Pull yourself together. I'm having a child lecture me. Maybe it'll be good news. Somehow I doubt that. You know, it could be. Maybe he figured it out. Maybe he's like, I figured it out, you know? What took you so long, pal? Mr. Edgeworth couldn't stick around forever and had to go. Well, what happened? We got him. We know who bought that spy camera. Eh? This quickly? And this bear is what gave them away. The bear. I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera. But wasn't it Mr. And? Go on. There's only one person who bought one of these bears who's related to this crime. Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in their room? Matt and Guard. Huh? Matt and Guard. Your client, that's who, pal. Here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Tell me about it. Are you sure you heard right that the person who bought this bear was Matt and Guard? I heard from the department store clerk. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's an exact match to the price of that stuffed bear. A receipt? That's all you have? Nah, it's not just the receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me. I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. Engard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Engard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. Engard himself. My sight is failing me. This can't be. I'm just, Okay, tell me about the camera. So what about the spy camera we found? That was a dead end. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can get these back to you for your filing into evidence. Thank you. I know you don't want to give up, pal. I never thought, I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Corrida's room was Matt Engard. Why would Mr. Engard do something like this? I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Corrida in one of their rendezvous. I bet is not good enough for me. I need solid dang proof. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera. Are you gonna see him, Mr. Engard, I mean? Yes. I'm gonna see if I can solve this. I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we'll find out next. I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for pearls. Matt Engard, what in the world have you done? Criminal justice system, especially if Sarah's nuts. I was quoting SVU. I got taken back. I was like, bum bum. My bad. I got sucked in. I was like, all right, you're working really late. You know it's already past 10. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax. Don't you know that ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to talk, let's talk. I'm gonna save, because I'm wondering if maybe me jumping around is like causing the time to move forward. What? Monitor. Alright. I think it's time to... I also wanted to save. Anything with talkies? Nope. Let's figure out your secret, buddy. Take that! Oh no, it's Taco Bell. This is a Taco Bell ad. Like, hey, Taco Bell.
Now let's hear what the secret of yours is. What if Mr. Kurita had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? I told you before, dude, I don't know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I can keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on, I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. Huh? I know you paid close attention to Mr. Kurita, especially on that night, because you put a dang camera. Someone used this camera to secretly film Mr. Kurita's room the night of the murder. Secretly film? What? And then sent the images the camera took with this transmitter. Wow, but dude, where was this camera you're talking about hidden? In the bear. Take that! In the freaking bear. The spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan. I guess Juan had a few of those kind of fans too, huh? Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. You sure, dude? Who else could it be from? The person who gave this bear to Mr. Kurita was... frickin' you! Take that! Mr. Ungar, don't you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've ever met Mr. Bear before, dude. Aw, but he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend? What else did the bear tell you? He says the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. Engard. If I didn't know how you worked in court, I think I was in some serious trouble. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg. Looks like you're not ready to give up your secret yet. Well, do you have any proof that you want to show me first? Here is proof that it was you who put the camera inside the bear. The receipt. I have here one credit card receipt, Mr. Engard. It's from when you bought that stuffed bear. Dude, all you can tell from this is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? This $3,800, this could be the toothbrush I bought that one time. A $3,800 toothbrush. It's ivory. And it's got elephant hair for bristles. Ew, elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? Anyway. The store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. So can I ask you one thing? Yeah. You're my lawyer, right, dude? So if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked why you set the camera up yet. And what your secret is, of course, to be strictly confidential. So, what are you gonna do now? I'm gonna find out what I wanna know. Because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Kurita's room and filmed it in secret is... right? To watch your boss? Or, not your boss, your manager? Take that! Let's freaking go. Adrian Andrews, there's a rumor going around that Miss Andrews and Mr. Kurita were having secret meetings, or supposedly that you were pushing your manager onto your rival, I guess to be like, distraction, distraction, distraction. You, who was keeping tabs on Mr. Kurita, you were going to reveal this as a fact and turn it into a scandal, isn't that right? Dude, you could be such a moron. Huh? Oh man, Mr. Lawyer, dude, that kind of scandal? That's the good stuff. That's what we in the industry call juicy. The good stuff? Juicy. Look, we can get publicity without spending a penny with that kind of stuff. I mean, if people stop paying attention to us, then it'd be the end, dude. Too bad that wasn't your intention. What are you talking about? I wish your reason for spying was something so innocent, but it wasn't. You didn't spy on Mr. Kurita because of Miss Andrews. And there's only one reason I can think of for you to do such a thing. I love how I presented it to him and then took it back. The real reason you set up that camera in Mr. Kurita's room was... Is it the calling card? Is it the, like... Take that! Right? Because, like, supposedly you're the client. What is this card? Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. The man's name is Shelly the Killer, and I'm sure you know of him, don't you? Shelly?
D-Killer? That's ridiculous. Why would I know some shady scumbag like him? Who said he was a shady scumbag? If you really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? This is it. I'm finally starting to get to the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. What's such a big gap? Why? Mr. Man on Guard. I know why. You know, Mr. Killer, it's because you're his client. Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew exactly what was gonna happen in that room. So, how would you know something like that? It's because you're his client. That's why. You hired Shelly Killer to assassinate Mr. Juan Carita. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, Matt and Guard. And here I was trying to be a good boy for you, dude. A good boy? I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought anyway. Mr. On Guard? You really did hire? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay? Consult myself? Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway. About time for what? I think it's time for you to meet him now, Mr. Lawyer Dude. Meet Shelly D. Killer? Okay. Oh my God. I looked away for 2 seconds. I guess he moved his hair back. Hello? How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt and Guard. What's with the evil glass cup and what? What is happening? What? What? Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have. You really? So you are Shelly D. Killer's client? You didn't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, did you? What do you mean? And that woman, Adrian, was quite brave herself, trying to stick the crime on me. I didn't think she had it in her. But all I care about is that Juan is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer? You're lying. What a terrible... It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on and let us grown-ups talk about more adult things. But why? Why did you hide the video camera? A weakling soon believes the words of others, just like that pathetic Adrian. He knew about Miss Andrews' secret, but I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. What? Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me, how much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess? And that's why? Yes, that's where the video comes in. It's got his face and the crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. That's right. That video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright? Why would you do something so wrong? Because I'm a grown-up, and I can. Good enough an answer for you, little girl? What? Okay. But why would you kill Mr. Carita? Because he was about to sling so much dung onto my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it? Oh, sorry, that was Phoenix. If Mr. Carita had been able to give it, then Mr. Unguard's secret would have... Ah, well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know? Is your secret your scars? Or that you're maybe not a nice guy?
I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit it crept up on me. And the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought.
And that's how Mr. Carita ended up dead?
Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used, and thrown away. Put on a sweet, innocent face, and people will swallow anything you feed them. Adrian fell for it. The assassin, too. Oh, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone, all working their butts off for me. Matt and Guard. Did that leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've grown awfully quiet. How could I have been so deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed Juan Carita. And you answered very clearly that you hadn't killed anyone. Hey now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that D-Killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a cat nap in my room. You killed Mr. Carita!
I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. Grr. Anyway, but too bad. You can't. You're my lawyer, after all. Aren't you? You could always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? Oh, but you can't, can you? That'd be the one thing you absolutely can't do. Does he know about Mystic Maya? You wouldn't want to test a killer. He's a man of his word. Or so I hear. This man needs to die. I mean, you could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose. You scoundrel. So if I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I'd give it up my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution. I'll get you for this. That's such a cliche phrase. Once it's something just like that, if memory serves. Of course. Well, we all know how well things turned out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Lawyer.
Maya, I'm so sorry. What am I supposed to do?
I don't know. And now you finally found it. The starting line of this case. Edgeworth. I don't care for the horrid atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct. Okay. Well, Wright, what are you going to do? If you plan on changing your strategy, no. We can't do that. That's right. He's holding Maya hostage. But what should I do? That's not something I can answer for you. Mr. Edgeworth. Right, only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I didn't truly understand what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, Wright, it's your turn. My turn? What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own. Am I gonna get him an acquittal on the murder, but then guilty on the charge? Like, am I gonna be like sneaky? I'm a lawyer. But to fight for someone who is clearly a killer. Vanguard. That man is really... It doesn't matter who, every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system? Proper defense, but what exactly is that? Is it where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery? Ironic that you of all people should say such a thing. Isn't exactly how you have fought for your clients up until now? Well, that may be true, but that's because I believe my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get Vanguard an acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. It is a little awkward. I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who were suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do. Right. Would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. Huh? We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say? Is that supposed to be a pep talk? You are a defense attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do. People like you at Francisco von Carver are always using all you have to pin me down. Wow, that's a phrase. I don't have air in my head, apparently. That's why humans sometimes yawn. You're just a little low on oxygen. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict for a man I clearly know to be guilty. Francisca, she fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is her perfect win record. That's all. And isn't the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You're so petty. Phoenix. Now I understand why you despise me so. When you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that things such as a perfect record were meaningless. What? I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? Phoenix, how can you be...
He found out finally who killed his dad, and it was his teacher who took him in and raised him as his own son was the person who killed his dad. Of course he's gonna leave the office.
But then, why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. You know, you could just tell me. You too, Edgeworth, you could just tell me. But if you can't, then you'll be powerless to change the ending of the story. See, now you got me worried, because people said there was multiple endings. Careful what you say, buddy. If you're asking me for a reason as to why I'm doing what I am, this is what I like to call my aftercare. Ooh, aftercare, what a gentleman. My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my clients for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations and is a part of the assassin's duty. Assassin's duty? We were unlucky this time. My client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to do to enlist your expert help and to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end. What is your name? I believe I told you once before. However, you did, but my name is D-Killer. Shelly D-Killer. You're Shelly D-Killer? Wow, he's been listening this whole time. He's just like, oh! Ah. Please keep in mind you do not have much space to maneuver with me. Oh my god, I am leaning. Sorry, I was just over here reading. As a D-Killer, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain, it'd be my duty as an assassin to see if she receives a nice long... She's gonna have a nice nap. Well, okay, this isn't looking good. Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace the signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome. Oh my god, is Mystic Maya really being held in Matt and Guard's house? I don't know what to say. Edgeworth, did you hear that? At the end of that transmission. Oh, that? It sounded like a cat. A cat? It can't be. That cat. What is it? I think I know where Shelly the Killer is holding Maya hostage. Edgeworth, have all police units head for On Guard Mansion immediately. Alright, you're over there as well then. Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. The fight has only just begun. Yeah! Sorry. Oh, my dramatic music went away. I was like... I was having it. I was vibing. Maya! Please answer us, Mystic Maya! We have this area completely surrounded. There is no way for him to escape, assuming he's still in the area. I can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was the killer. He and Guard working together all this time. I'm sure they worked out a contingency plan ahead of time. What is that bear's new? Oh, it's a figure of a bear. A figurine of a bear, but there are lots of cuts in it for some reason. A wooden bear-shaped figurine. It's covered in many thin cuts. A bear. Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Kurita? Why would something like this be here? Right, look down. There's a little pet door installed there. I'm sure that's for Shu. Do you think that this came through that little door? This door. It's locked. Well, I'm pretty used to breaking doors down by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. Oh, there's no one here. From the looks of this room, I would say this is Enguard's private lounge. Look at this, Wright. An antenna for sending and receiving radio signals in a VCR. Check inside the deck. This tape would be an important piece of evidence. If we're lucky, I'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it. I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found. No. There's no mistake that someone used this to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it. Oh, sorry, I had the burpsies.
why couldn't you have used this to get help? Mr. Nick, where's the power switch? Oh, I get it. So that's what happened. She couldn't find the power switch. Alright. I mean, do I just move? The wine cellar. That's right. Okay, so it's not the killer's photo. It's on guard's photo. We've searched all over, but it looks like he got away. I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking to you to be her pillar. Yeah, I'm sorry, Pearl. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. We're already set checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. I'll try, Edgeworth. Alright. This looks like a picture of Miss Impax. With love, Celeste. Miss Impax? You mean... Yes, Mr. Creato's former manager. Why would a picture of Miss Impax be here in Mr. Unguard's mansion? And why does it say, with love? This might be a clue. Boop, boop, boop. Ah, what's wrong, Pearls? Please let me see that picture frame. Huh? What's so special about the frame? On the back. There's something written on the back of the frame. Maya. It's Mystic Maya. She left us a message. What? Good. Good job, Maya. Oh, god damn it, Maya. Wow, she's right along. Pearly, you're there too? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for the helpless lug. That's it for now. What a long message to put on the back of a picture frame. Unless it was like on a note and she like stuck it back there or something. What's wrong? Why the blank stare? Oh, nothing. We've searched the house and this is the last room. It looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth. Yes. As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm gonna get. But I'm still short one last thing. And what is that? Miss Andrews' Cyclops. If I could just find out what secret she's holding, then I think I stand a chance in court tomorrow to blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Oh, thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, Pearl. It's time to open that last lock. Oh my god. Well, we know Celeste, so now it's Celeste, essentially. Celeste profile, Celeste report. What's wrong? You look ill. Miss Andrews, I have come to remove your Cyclock. Cyclock? I want to know, and you will tell me your secret. Fine, go ahead. Try to break me if you can. Easy. Take that! Adam phrasing. Alright, we know already. Celeste. So we can just skip all this, because we read this already. Profile. Celeste. Alright, we know all this. I love flashing us the image, like, just in case. And then now, it's this. This is a photo of Miss Impax, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. Where did you get this? With love, Celeste. This is Miss Impax's handwriting, isn't it? Where did you find this? No, that's alright. It was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. Unguard's mansion. And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed. What? The secret. I mean, I probably have a rough idea, but which one? Celeste. She was supposed to get married to Juan. Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out. Because Mr. Creator didn't want to get married to her anymore, right? Yes. Because of Matt. Because of Mr. Engard? What do you mean? I think I can see where this is going. Celeste. She was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at the time. I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together. So that's why with love, Celeste, is written on the frame of that picture. They were a couple, weren't they? It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used, toyed with until she was thrown away. It's so horrible. Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that. Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios, and that is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then, it was suddenly called off. What did you do, Matt? On the night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste, she killed herself. Oh, on the night! And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste. So that's what happened. But then why did Mr. Kurita have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all, right? He could have just talked to her. It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most. Poor Miss Impacts. That wasn't the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds, and so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. Now when Juan discovered her body, he hid her note. But why would he do that? It's simple. Juan realized that note was a powerful weapon against Matt, and it'd be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge. Revenge. There's that word again. Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note, at a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course, when he won the Grand Prix. Ooh, that would have been good. That was at the press conference after the stage show. I know all about it because I heard about it from Juan. It was so I could find out about all this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of the hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was gonna burn it. I'd even brought a lighter. You were ready. But I couldn't find the suicide note, and that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was gonna bring to them my own kind of cruel revenge. Here's the button, here's the knife. Celeste was killed by those two monsters, so when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. I'm surprised you don't fight Matt. You guys are in the detention center. Why can't you just... Well, Mr. Wright, I guess their detention center is different than the American one. Even knowing all this, are you still gonna help that man? I have to. I'm a lawyer. Let's see. What a foul profession. I know, but Maya's kidnapped. Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me. It was no big deal. I love that it's supposed to be like 9, 10 p.m. at night, but you could see the sunshine outside. I can't sleep either. Not with Maya's situation or with what I know now. It's all too much. It's all too much. Press save. 30 minutes to the 2-hour mark. Huh? Am I having a horrible nightmare? Do I have any more snacks? I don't think I have any more snacks. Who's yelling at me?
Oh,
I see. It's this again. Oh, this is going on me. Make sure my boss didn't ask me a follow-up question to the other question they asked me. That is so funny. But they're like, blah, blah, blah,
blah, blah, blah. Wow, nice gavel attack. I think it's a little silly. Had the stream before some time ago. Okay, I still can't. Go faster, it's automatic. Stand in court as a lawyer. To prove a killer innocent. Yep, this what a time to be alive. It's 9:43 a.m. My poor guy is probably all sleepy. Sorry, gotta focus. I don't have much time. You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? Are you really calling me while you're right in front of me? Just... Okay, so yeah, he's just... This is him being, I'm a bad guy. Just like, I'm gonna flish my hair back, flash my canines, pull out this big evil cub, apparently. What is it, juice? Remember, it's not just me, your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. You're such a dingus. I know, but Maya wants me to get a guilty verdict. But I can't, otherwise she'll die. Oh, let's go. How's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. What am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. You can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here. Not anywhere. Okay, focus. Ah, instead of cursing it on guard again. Beep. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it. You're really mean, pal. Shoot. I'm really sorry. Where are you? Hey, let me join the investigation team and we're chasing after the killer, pal. Then you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. Okay, but I'm not gonna give up. Shoot. Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're gonna do everything we can and find the killer. You can get Maya out, then we can get Unguarded the guilty verdict he deserves. That's true. I could do that if they found Maya first. You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. I have to make the trial last longer? You can go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you've got, then you two can draw it out. Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're gonna give it all we've got, just like you. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Cute little... Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. See, we do have more than just 2 friends. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance. Yeah. Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Okay, so does that mean I could potentially do this within like an hour or 2? Or are you trying to be like, now that you have to stretch it out, it's gonna take way longer, you know? Court is now in session with the trial of Matt and Guard. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Okay, you don't gotta talk smack to me, buddy. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder. That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. Engard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a Nicholas Samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. They're saying that she is guilty after all. I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. Okay. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? Looks like a shell. Such a smart lawyer. This is a calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yes. Yes, Juan Corrida was killed by a professional assassin, and the person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt and Guard. What a surprising turn of events. I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. I know what's going on this time, so I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can, at least until Maya's safe and sound. I wonder how the trial will turn out today. Oh. Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand.
He is your mentor.
I feel like I probably won't be able to finish it in the next 30 minutes. So we'll just do as much as we can. That's what we're gonna do. I'm Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid action star. And what is your relation to the defendant? Well, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way, yeah? Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct? Yes. I didn't know that. But you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I'd like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Engard's room. Okay, sure. After the awards ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume, talking to the butler. He was talking with someone. At first, I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. Okay. Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' attorney, and talking with the bellboy is no big deal. If one assumes that the person Mr. Engard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy, what are you implying? That was the assassin. Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Oh, a trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just gonna have to charge in head first, right? Let's see. What are our statements? Went to Matt's room. Standing there. Talking with someone. First thought it was a bellboy. Right, like you just watched him? You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct? Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. A tip. But that's a perfectly normal thing to do. So how long did you watch the two of them? Not more than a minute or two, I think. Well, hold on. Hold it! At first? What do you mean by that? I didn't think he was a normal bellboy. And why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Wait a second. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago, you stated... you know, I did feel something weird. You felt? Gave the bellboy a tip. Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself? Ah, yeah, that's it. You really know your job. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor? This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he? Perhaps we should let the witness tell us. Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. You mean about the bellboy, right? Yes. About the bellboy. Hold it! So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that? Well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. How much it was? But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked. I'm afraid I don't follow at all. It sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of the shocking moments I should ask about. The bellboy's face? Or... I don't know. Tip? Well, it says twice. Let's go with tip, because like we've been talking about the tip consistently. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree? Sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much? Would you please clarify for the court? About how much would you say the defendant gave to the bellboy?
Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. And why is that? Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash. A roll of cash? Ah, well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it? A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. You know us. We're gonna do a little thing. Wait and see. There's nothing I can really object to here. I mean, who can argue that a fat roll of money isn't really odd? Oh. So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Your Honor. Payment. Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Carrito. Then the bellboy the witness saw. Yes, he was the assassin. Hold your horses now. Mr. Edgeworth, you don't have any proof of this, do you? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelley D. Killer left at the scene of the crime. Shelley D. Killer. He is the person the police's special investigations team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley D. Killer. Really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out. Oh? Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night. What? When he asked Maya? Is that it? Was he like, when I asked Maya? Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. Right away. How am I doing on time? There it is. We're good. Somebody's doing something. This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom, and that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Carrito's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. I mean... Okay, the thinky statement. Thank you very much, that is all we need for now. Huh? But I'm not done, there's still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. D. Killer, then we shall see. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room, and if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious. That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. Ha. Ha ha ha. This is no laughing matter. A second. This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right? Why the insipid grin? Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's gonna say next? Well, the bellboy was empty-handed. Empty-handed? That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you? I agree that it is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers' testimony slide or pull a fast one? There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy. But there really is. There really isn't. Objection! I'm trying to extend it. If you two are done being school children, bellboys are for room service. There is no reason for them to be empty-handed, ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness' previous statement be supplanted with this new one. Edgeworth, are you gonna do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? Right? Why are you forgetting that, like, you're supposed to be extending the trial? I see. Very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please. Yes, sir. I thought it was kind of strange for a bellboy to come out of a guest room empty-handed, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. I feel like I need to present something here, so let me... no, he showed up with the juice, right? Like that was the thing? He showed up with juice? Mr. Powers. Yes? You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true. But isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and... So a baseball has stitches. Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? What an argument to make. Okay. Well, there's also, I mean, what about him being empty-handed? I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. Look at the juice. This is the crime scene. There is a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Corrida's body. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now, if you would look at what is on top of the table in the lower right corner here, you will see there's tomatoes. Anyone can clearly see that it's a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Corrida's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left. Yeah. But that would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room. But can you prove that Mr. Corrida was already dead at that time? Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? I blame you for leading me down this route. Terribly sorry. What is with him? Why is he laughing? Did Phoenix just forget we're supposed to extend the trial? I feel like he just forgot what we're doing. Like, we're playing cat and mouse to give them time. Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us? Is there? The bellboy was empty-handed, or should I say empty-hand-id? I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Huh? What? That bellboy, he was wearing gloves. Gloves. Yeah, pitch black leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right? Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention them earlier? Sorry, it slipped my mind. Oh boy, does this make the bellboy look really suspicious. Alright, gotta focus. I can't get lax here. So what if we had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves. Come on, Mr. Wright, that bellboy was wearing black leather ones. So, a football is made of leather? Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they're made of leather? Oh my god. But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. And then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. They're just like, oh. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy. Ugh. It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony. The rest? Oh yes, please tell us more. Okay. Knocked on Matt's door just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room, and the old guy just left without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat. What did he give him? What was the something? Next, went to the defendant's room. Yeah, I kind of saw that by accident. Some accident, I'd say you saw too much. And all of it was suspicious to high heaven. I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Right? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. What did he hand him? That's my question. What did he hand him? Hold it! What did he hand him? I said, hold it. Okay. Sorry, I said hold it. That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details. Oh, okay. I should probably ask him only one question at a time. What's this something? He gave something to this person. Yeah, and what was this something? Ha. If I remember what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I? But this implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers? I think it was something kind of small. This is an incredibly crucial piece of information. Please, try to remember what it was. I'll try. In the meantime, let's talk of another point, namely what the bellboy did next. Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing, and the old guy just left without even going into the room, then I went back to my seat. Welcome back. The contradiction in that statement? How exactly the statement revealed? They aren't, are they? Damn it! My brain's like thinking, but like not thinking, you know, if that makes sense. Gave something to the person's side of the room. There's something there. There's something there. There's something. Gave something to the person's side of the room. We seem to be on the right track, but first thing I did on return was check VOD back to see a reaction to the mat transformation. Yeah, I was just like, oh my god, he's an evil guy. I guess we'll ask about the person instead. So who took the something? Actually, I don't know. What do you mean? I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. Only an arm? Then you're saying you didn't see the person's face. Yeah, I'd like to summarize the testimony up to this point if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm. Yes, it was just like that. Mr. Edgeworth, is this all really this important? Of course, Your Honor. I think this is of utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client. Miss Powers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off. Well, let's see. I think it was... No? If you remember, please add it to your testimony. Yes, sir. If I saw it again, I could say it for sure, but I think it was... Ah, there it is! Oh, yeah! Oh, I thought I heard Russell, but it's just my feet. What was the point of that pregnant pause? Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up. It was me, Your Honor. What is it, Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this. Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix, deep breath. Mr. Powers, the something you saw. Was it this item? Oh, hey, that's it. That's the something. Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out. I recall we found this at Matt and Guard's mansion. At the defendant's house. I guess to be like, haha, I did it. I totally killed him, you know? That's simple, Your Honor. Shelley the killer assassinated Juan Carita in his room. And then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime. Then the bear being found at Mr. Angard's mansion would mean... It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matt Angard is the client's killer. No, I said that wrong. Decliant's killer? D-killer's client. Oh my god. Silly brain. Mr. Wright, this is the most unfortunate turn of events for you. Yeah. Sorry, Mia. No, it's alright. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. I almost forgot that he knew about it too. I think it's clear that there's no need for us to continue this trial. I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please. Yes, Mr. Wright? There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull? Oh? Well, we can't have that. All right, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further? The person who received the bear. The bears. There was one thing in Mr. Powers' testimony that was very unclear, and that is the identity of the person who received the bear. Right? Like, who is it? Who received the bear? Sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can't be sure of... Ah! What is it, Mr. Powers? Oh. What? Really? I mean, I only saw his arm. But the arm. It was the Nickel Samurai's arm, I swear. So it might be him, or it might be Andrews. You gotta be kidding. Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai. Buddy. Order. It looks like you've dug your own grave. Yet again. How many times is that today? I've lost count. So the person who took in this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Matt on guard is the Nickel Samurai. Is Trash Goblin out? Oh, hold on. Sorry, I got a notification on the Steam. Trash Goblin is out on early access. Let's go. Thanks to the defense, we've made all that quite clear. What am I supposed to do now? Help! Help me. You don't have time to act lost. You've got to find another angle to attack this from. Hurry. I will bring this cross-examination. Your Honor. Again, Mr. Wright. Trust process. We've already removed any and all questionable areas of this testimony. It's about time you were removed from this court, Mr. Wright. I have to find something. Even one more little point will do. There are still questions left unanswered. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can't have that, can we? All right, damn. Powers testimony, the person, the bear itself. Could I say the bear itself? I wanna say the bear itself. Oh yes, Trash Goblin. It is like kind of cozy, clean 'em up sale game. Look it up on Steam. It's cute. They had a Kickstarter. That's how I found out about them. I was like, ooh. Bear itself is very questionable. The bear, Mr. Wright. This was found at Mr. Engard's mansion. However, Mr. Engard was arrested at the hotel that night. Which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home. Oh, I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It is not possible that it was Mr. Engard who took this bear to his mansion. Yeah, how about dem apples? Why, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There was no way time-wise for the defendant to have taken this bear home.
Objection!
Fudge. God damn it. You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. But I'm gonna try. Huh? I remember it clear as day. What? Clear as day? What? I remember what you muttered to yourself at Engard's mansion. Did I say revenge? We have this area. There's no way for him to escape. I can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was D-Killer. Uh-oh. D-Killer and Engard were working together, so to speak. And D-Killer was hiding at the Engard mansion as its butler. What a bold move! Not helping. The bear figurine was brought back to Engard mansion by D-Killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Engard had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad had the police found it during their investigation. Like, you seem to have a dead thing on you. A dead thing on you. A bear on you from a dead man. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. This is too much. Isn't there anything I can attack at all? Right? Objection. Hearsay. I think we've heard enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion. Well, we know the theory behind why it was at the mansion. Everything has become very clear. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Matt Engard. I see no reason for this trial to continue. Therefore, I will now hound down my verdict. Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you? What? I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth. Any last objections, Mr. Wright? Well, do I? What should I do? Raise an objection. Objection! Let's go. We are at the 2-minute mark. How much time do we have left? I want to say probably not a lot, right? Let me check. Then again, there is that alternate ending, so it could be bad. Ooh. Ooh. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. What's my dirty trick, Your Honor? Right now, we have these 2 reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number 1. He accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. I understand it does not look good. I was like, I get it. It doesn't look good. Reason number 2, that very same figurine was found at Engard's mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person. What are you saying? What I am saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client. Adrian Andrews. Keep the trial going. The real client? Yes. Is this all you have? Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the killer's real client and therefore the real murderer? Well, you know... Take that! Back on her. Adrian Adams? I can't talk. Yes, we already know that she tried to frame Matt and Guard for the crime by wearing a spare nickel samurai costume. Then the nickel samurai's arm that I saw. That could have been very well been Miss Andrews. Could have been very well. But what about Mr. Guard? If you would please recall yesterday's testimony. The defendant was taking a nap during the break period. That's right. Then, finding this figurine at Mr. Guard's mansion, it was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this? I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic, besides which there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. What is with this trial? Come on, anyone can tell me? I can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin the guilt onto someone else. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not something petty, it's murder of all things. This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on. Or all disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom. Your Honor. For the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game. His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Good. Keep the trial going. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered, why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? He's right. The killer did especially bring that bear to guard right away. Why do you ask? Was there something special about it? Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows the significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews. And who would that be? It's quite simple, Your Honor. Is it Lotta? This Miss Adrian Andrews herself. I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. A recess? Okay, I'll have to stop here. And then that means we're gonna wrap it up Friday. And then Armored Core. Ooh, so exciting. Prosecution will prepare the witness at the time. Yes, Your Honor. March. Alright, we'll keep him here. Oh my goodness, I can't wait for Friday. One thing, notice how Phoenix is now in the same spot as Edgeworth was doing Rise from the Ashes in the case that got him to choose death. Fighting against public image and the standard flow just to make his goal. Exactly right. Alright, let me take a gander here, see if anybody on my stream team is streaming or if my roomie is streaming by any chance. Let me just take a gander here. It's just me on my stream team. My roomie's not streaming, so it's just me. Alright, well then, we will end it here, and I will see everybody Friday for the wrap-up, the finale of the second game of the Trilogy series, and then we will continue Armored Core. I've been doing some offline grinding with the help of my roommate, so I've got some decent builds, but I'm probably gonna go play some more to get money to buy stuff. But see y'all Friday. Zoo is Mossy.